Welcome back to the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Tyler Henry, Colin Casey again. We apologize for the technical difficulties. I feel like a broken record saying that over and over again. But again, this is not just an us issue. This is happening all across the Cape right now. Many of us using the same software. And we will be looking into some alternate solutions on our off day tomorrow to get everything up and running smoothly on Friday. But for the time being, we thank you so much for your patience. We thank you for sticking with us at this juncture. And we head to the home half, or the visitors half, rather, of inning number 8. Kyle Ball, Mitch Harrington, Hardigan, and Mason Greer due up here for the Harbor Hawks. Another inning of work coming for Carson Seymour. And Seymour, the Kansas State product, gets a strike on his first pitch to Ball. 0-1 on the way. This will miss in the dirt, and Harwich now in a situation that they were not in during the first couple of games, a situation where they could potentially close this game out. And as we say that, somebody up and warming right now in the Mariners bullpen.
I believe that is Aaron Holiday, who did get some action in the game against YD. So this would be his second appearance of the season, should he come in.
Yep, the 1-1 from Seymour. That'll miss upstairs. Holiday pitched 1 scoreless inning, 2 strikeouts, recorded 3 outs, no walks, no hits, nobody reached base. So a really good start to his CCBL season, and one of those guys that's been tabbed as a potential closer for the M's this year. Seymour's 2-1 pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a called strike, and the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Kyle Ball.
And it's those first couple of games where you learn who your guys are that you can trust in high-leverage situations. Joe Boyle was it from the start for the Mariners, the hard-throwing right-hander out of Notre Dame in 2019. Holiday looking to do the same thing.
Absolutely. 2-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss in the dirt, blocked for the time being, but then gets past Winkle.
Another guy who developed into a really important relief pitcher was Will Heflin out of Tennessee in 2019.
There were a number of those guys that we kind of looked at the numbers coming into the year and we were like, okay, we'll see how these guys pan out. And then throughout the course of the season, working with Coach Berger and, of course, most notably Jeff Neiman, really turned into solid options by the end of the year. Payoff pitch from Carson Seymour. Swing and a miss. Gets him swinging. Kyle Ball at a fastball right around his eyes becomes the first strikeout victim of the evening to go down to Carson Seymour.
Hardest fastball of the night so far for Seymour at 95 miles an hour. Things a blur once it gets into the mid-90s, and Ball just couldn't lay it off. And it's not exactly what Hyannis is looking for. Again, remember, they're up 2-0. All of a sudden, 5 unanswered for Harwich. You need quality at-bats down the stretch, down to your final 5 outs.
Yep, really reached back for a little something extra. Here's a ball popped the mile high, but back towards the concession stands, and the count is 0-1. The book did close on Mark Adamiak. We had plenty of other things to try to focus on, but for the time being, we can get you his final numbers. He completes, well, does not complete any innings. The old infinite ERA. Gives up 3 hit runs, all of them earned. 3 walks, no strikeouts, 1 hit. Seymour's next pitch blows it by 96 past Mitch Hardigan.
He actually was saved from the old infinite ERA with that weird play that led to Corey Acton being tagged out at the plate, as I think he was responsible for Acton.
You would be correct. Yes. So completing 1/3 of an inning. Good catch there, Mr. Casey.
Well, no, he didn't complete the inning, but he just didn't get that run wasn't charged to him because he was out.
Of course, they will check down to the third base umpire. Says that Hardigan did not offer at the pitch. So the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, honestly, all things considered, I know 4 is still 4 runs. You could say that Hyannis was lucky to get out of that inning, only giving up 4 with the bases loaded and nobody out with 1 run home in the inning.
Yeah, no, I would have to agree. Right now, Harwich looking to put the final pieces together here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this ball is going to be smoked into center, but once again, a little too hard and right at Nick Lucky, who makes the catch for out number 2. So that'll bring up Mason Greer. The cleanup hitter is 0 for 3 today. Twice he's grounded out to Corey Acton. He also struck out at the hands of Billy Seidel back in the 3rd inning. Harwich out hitting their opponent again. 7-5 on the scoreboard right now, but of course the important number, 5-2, the lead for the Mariners. Greer digs in. Again, 0 for 3 today to face Carson Seymour. First pitch on the way, in there for a called strike. And, you know, Colin, I know we've only seen him once, but you got to feel really good if you're a Harwich Mariners fan. You get this next out, you get it to Aaron Holiday. This could be a game, set, and match for the Mariners. Ball poked back towards the M's dugout. Count goes here to 0-2.
And you got to take advantage of Carson Seymour as of now, because he could be a guy that might end up getting drafted in a couple of weeks out of Kansas State. He's had some really good numbers, a really strong cape 2 years ago. Got the resume. Wonder if the scouts agree, and we can already tell he's got the liveliness of a fastball as well.
Absolutely. Again, 96, just a batter ago. 0-2 count, misses this one up and in at 95. All these guys trying to put on a show here again, stating their final case for potentially raising their draft stock.
Yeah, I was looking at a top 500 list of prospects, and there were a number of Mariners in there, most notably, I think, Nico Cavadas, who has certainly jumped up that list.
Absolutely. Here comes the 1-2 from Seymour. Swung on and fouled back to the screen here. And yeah, Nico Cavadas, I know we referenced it once before on the broadcast. He hit a home run about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, out of the stadium, and I'm not convinced it's landed yet.
I don't know if there was ever a distance on that, but it had to be well over 450, 460 feet.
Absolutely.
I'm not exaggerating either.
Seymour, for the time being, a 1-2 count, brings home the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. They will tag him to make sure, but Carson Seymour putting on a show, blows another pitch by, this time Mason Greer, and that'll do it for the top of the 8th. To the home half we go. Mariners looking for some insurance runs, up by 3 when we return. You're watching baseball here on the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Welcome back to the Harwich Mariners Broadcast Network. Tyler Henry, Colin Casey here to take you the rest of the way. Hopefully right here on this link. That would be preferable. We're laughing it off. We're having fun. But again, we are working hard on getting that taken care of. But right now, Harwich trying to take care of business. Up by 2, up by 3, 5-2 the score. And looking to tack on some additional runs here. Bottom 3 of the lineup, Andrew Jenkins, Hal Hughes, and Jake Lazaro. 2 up for the M's. Another inning of work coming up here for Austin Wallace. Almost a surprise to see Wallace still out there after, he didn't pitch particularly poorly, but they've been going to a different guy every inning. But they will leave Wallace out there for now. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. And Jenkins falls behind in the count, 0-2.
This could be a good opportunity for Harwich, as Yarmouth Dennis is trailing 6-0 after 7 innings. So, good opportunity to gain ground on the best team in the East.
Here's a pitch airmailed back to the screen. That one, I'm sure, probably just slipped from Austin Wallace's hands, as the great Bob Euchre would say. Just a bit outside.
That lead actually up to 7 now for Wareham.
Goodness.
And the Bourne game has gone final, 13-8. They beat Falmouth.
Yep, a good start for the Bravos season. This pitch will miss as well. They will check down to first base. He did not offer. Count goes to 2-2 on Andrew Jenkins.
And the thing is with Bourne, prior to this game giving up 8 runs, their pitching was also lights out. I think they gave up 1 run through the first 2 games.
I believe you are correct. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled away. We'll do it again. You know, Colin, with all the different guys that we've seen Hyannis go to in this game, they now only have 2 pitchers left on the roster, at least the guys that are here right now, that have not pitched yet. Those guys are Andrew Baker and Evan Webster. But everyone else on the roster has been in a game after today's 6-pitcher adventure.
Yeah, it seems like this is just going to be Wallace's game to finish off. No action right now in the pen. Of course, on the other side, Aaron Holiday still getting loose for Harwich.
Payoff pitch. Swung on and taken right at the shortstop. It'll be gloved by Ball. Throws to first in time. And Andrew Jenkins becomes the first out of the inning.
And Jenkins has put the ball in play a lot, especially on the ground throughout this early start to the season. Just hasn't gotten rewarded on some of these balls, but it's good to see him putting the ball in play. Once he starts finding the gap, I think the numbers will come with it.
I would tend to agree. Hal Hughes has reached base in all 3 at-bats so far. 2 walks and a single for Hughes. Came across to score the tying run just an inning ago. Here he laces one up the middle, but right at the second baseman. Romano picks it up, throws to first in time, and it's 2 quick outs here for Austin Wallace. That'll bring up Jake Lazaro. Lazaro singled and then came across to score the go-ahead back in the 7th inning and put Harwich in a position where now they need just 3 more outs to lock up their first victory of the season here in 2021. And again, sometimes all it takes is 1 to get you going, especially this early in the year. Harwich still, I'm sure, would be happy to get some insurance runs, as skipping a ball about a foot in front of the home plate is Austin Wallace.
If the score holds out in Chatham, who currently lead that game 4-0, and there'll be a tie atop the East between YD and Chatham. Of course, given YD does in fact lose his account now 2-0.
Yep, and again, those winning percentages are going to get interesting. YD, the beneficiaries of or actually the only game yesterday to be completed before torrential downpours washed out every other game on the Cape. 2-0 count right now to Jake Lazaro. He will swing at this and send it high and deep to center, but that's going to be tracked down and caught by Rose, and that will end the 8th. So, Harwich will bring in Aaron Holiday, looking for his first save of the season. The Mariners looking to close this one out and pick up their first victory of 2021. When we come back, you're watching Cape Cod Baseball here on the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Welcome back to White House Field here on a gorgeous Thursday evening. Tyler Henry alongside Colin Casey as we get set for more Harwich Mariners baseball. M's looking to close this one out. They send Aaron Holiday out to get 3 more outs. And Colin, again, we've only seen Holiday through 1 inning so far this season, but he looked awfully good in his debut for the M's.
He certainly did, and it was an important inning at the time. He was trying to keep it a competitive game against YD. So he looked strong in that outing, and the question now is, can he just basically replicate it, except with a 3-run lead at this point? And there's no reason to think why he shouldn't be able to do that, but he is going to be tested with Luke Mann, Dominic Johnson, and Jake Cunningham. Of course, substitutions pending.
Yep, facing right now the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. You say substitutions pending, and that might be interesting because, yes, these are guys in the middle of the order, but the first two guys that I mentioned, Luke Mann and Dominic Johnson, together today are 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. So we'll see what the strategy plays here for first-year coach Gary Calhoun, one of the few newbies in the coaching circle here on the Cape. And for the time being, it looks like they will stick with Luke Mann to lead off the ninth.
Yeah, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Hyannis, a combined 0 for 10. So not the only power outage was the one we had early on before coming to the field.
Certainly. So Aaron Holiday, the hard-throwing right-hander from Old Dominion, working out of the windup here. And his first pitch is a laser, but in the dirt. Not sure if the radar on that is 100% correct, clocking it at about 90 miles an hour because he skipped it. But looking to settle down here and get 3 big outs for the M's. Again, Luke Mann, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts today. The 1-0 pitch, and he looks silly swinging at that one. That one clocks in at 89. Nothing doing there for Mann. Count even at 1-1.
Carson Seymour would be in line to pick up his first win of 2021 should the score hold.
Sure he would appreciate that. Big swing and a miss. Another fastball there from Aaron Holiday, and he has got Luke Mann right where he wants him, 1-2.
And the thing is Seymour actually went 0-3 in the regular season in 2019, so this would be his first ever regular season Cape Cod Baseball League victory.
Coming back to pick it up. 1-2, swung on, tipped foul, and actually they say that that would be strike 3. They check it down to first, and Holiday picks up right where he left off with a strikeout of Luke Mann. That was a little bit tricky. I couldn't tell if it got the bat or the glove of Winkle, but either way, it'll go down as a K here for Holiday. 1 out.
Yep, strong start, picking up where he left off in his last appearance.
And now he'll face Dominic Johnson. They leave him in to bat here as well. Johnson, as we mentioned, also 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts on the afternoon. Batting from the right side, facing Aaron Holiday. From the windup, Holiday's first pitch, right down the pipe for strike 1.
This would be 4 of their last 5 for Harwich against Hyannis, dating back to 2019.
Next pitch, chopped foul back towards the Mariners bullpen. This is where Holiday is more comfortable. He made 19 out of his 20 appearances out of the pen for Old Dominion in 2021. Also a former Chatham Angler. Guy that pitched against the M's back in 2019. The 0-2 is in there. Strike 3. Watching it go by there is Dominic Johnson, and both him and Luke Mann complete the hat trick to bring up Jake Cunningham.
Yeah, Holiday quickly looking like a guy you can trust in these late game situations. Really good stuff coming out of the pen. Good velo on that fastball, but that time Johnson just couldn't take the bat off his shoulder, and he's rewarded with a hat trick.
And he's not even one of the 2 guys that we were told could be back end of the bullpen closer type guys. He's just a bonus guy here for Harwich as he gets a big swing and a miss at a 79 mile an hour. Looks like a changeup in the dirt for Jake Cunningham. Cunningham today reached on an error, reached on a base hit back in the 4th. And watches this go by for strike 2. Boy, Aaron Holiday not playing around with the strike zone. And he may go right at Cunningham. We see him reach back for a little something on that fastball to get guys in spots like this. See if he goes back to it now. Holiday from the windup. Here comes the 0-2. Swinging a ball chopped right back at him. Picks it up, tosses to first in time. And the Harwich Mariners pick up their first victory of the 2021 CCBL season. They advance on the year to 1-2 with a 5-2 victory over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. We'll step away, but when we come back, we'll put the cap on it. The Mariners win here at White House Field. You've been watching it right here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Welcome back one last time. The White House Field here on the Cape Cod, or here on the Harwich Mariners YouTube network. Tyler Henry, Colin Casey here to put the cap on it for you. The Mariners win 5-2. Carson Seymour collecting his first victory in the Cape Cod Baseball League. As you mentioned, Colin 0 for 3 as a starter back in 2019. Comes back and gets a victory today. The loss goes to Mark Adamiak. Aaron Holiday gets his first save of the season. And final numbers look like this. For the Harbor Hawks, they get 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they strand 8 runners on base. For the Mariners in this one, 5 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors, and the M's only stranding 7 in this one. So, that'll about do it for us. But really quickly, Colin, final thoughts as Harwich picks up their first victory in 2021.
Yeah, promising game for sure. Didn't always look that way when you saw the 3 errors in that second inning give Hyannis a 2-0 lead. And then the Mariners kept getting some chances. They were able to get one in the 4th. But there were so many missed opportunities all the way up until that 7th inning. And then finally, Brock Wilken with a big 2-run single that put the Mariners ahead. Great to see some clutch hitting. Something to build on, and they're going to need all the clutch hitting they can get against a Bourne Braves team on Friday that has been tearing the cover off the ball to start this season. They'll look to be the first team to defeat the Braves here in 2021.
Yep, that they will. But in the meantime, Harwich will have the day off tomorrow. We'll have it as well, and we'll be right back here at White House Field. 6:30 start time, same channel as Harwich takes on the Bourne Braves on Friday afternoon. Don't miss it. But one last time for Tyler Henry, for Colin Casey, our producer Matt Lucy, and Tim Foley doing pretty much everything else for us here this afternoon. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in.